Okay, namaste. Welcome to the YouTube channel Analytical Ayurveda. And we are discussing rule and regulations. In continuation of our discussion of the Rule 158B, we have completed its clauses, first and the second, and in the second also second A, second B, then the third and the fourth, and today I wish to discuss with you fifth. So it is very clear that the second A about the safety and the proof of effectiveness for the classical medicines, and one point was very clear there. The safety studies the proof of effectiveness is just there for this purpose of the if anything of the new then only, otherwise not. And in the same way here it is in the patent and the proprietary. And then we discussed about the three varieties, that is the Balya, Poshak or the Saundarya Prasadhak, and of course the Ghansat. And in the previous study we discussed about the legality, what will be the evidence in the textual reference, and I emphasized very well that the API is the most favorable for anyone, and the other publications of the ICMR or the CSIR, the Wealth of India or the Quality Control of the Aromatic Medicinal Plant volumes published by the ICMR, they are good for the academia, but the legal validity is there only for the Ayurvedic Pharmacopoeia of India, as well as those books published there under the schedule first. Okay, so now after the Balya, and then we discussed about the Saundarya Prasadak, what kind of the textual references are permissible there. Today we are going to discuss about the third one, last, that is the Ghansatva, and fifth is elaborately discussing this. And once again, open the book. If you will not open the book, you will not be able to understand what we are discussing. So always the teaching of the rule and regulation is with the book. Okay, as in the hearings of the Supreme Court or the Honorable Supreme Court or the Honorable High Court, you have witnessed every time they are opening a book and then discussing and the reference in the book, reference in the book. So the legal things required a particular meaning of the particular word, and so open the book and now read the fifth of the 158 fifth column, then the clause fifth, and it is the for issue of the license with respect to the medicine Aushadhi Ghan, extract of the medicinal plant, dry or wet. So which kind of the extract and what is required, permissible as a medicine to and where the safety studies are required, and where the experience or the evidence of the effectiveness is required, that has been quoted here. So the columns are same: serial number, category, ingredient, indication, safety study, and experience and the evidence of effectiveness. So the column 1, that is the aqueous. So aqueous, if anything is extract or the ghan is prepared only by the simply the quath, and when the quath or the swaras which are there and they are heated to get the solidify, or the extract is being prepared, or the aqueous even through the some nowadays with the help of the apparatuses too, then there is a need of aqueous extract. And the aqueous extract is about the what are the ingredients as per the text, where what and text means books of the schedule first, and the indications there as per the text, no problem about that. And the safety study not required, not at all, and published literature not required, because this is from the classical phenomenon, and the proof of effectiveness, this is also not required. So when we go through all these things, we try to understand then it is very clear कि when we are preparing a ghan by a quath or by a swaras, then there is no need of any safety study to submit a safety study of the modern parameters to get a license. In the same way, there is no need to get the proof of effectiveness or the evidence of effectiveness. So it is undoubtedly clear to me, and I hope it is to you also, because most 95%, in the 95% exceptions are there, the hydroalcoholic or the some snake kalpana dravya, there is a possible of the solubility with the oleogenous material or the alcoholic solvent, but generally it is the just aqua, that is the water which is being used to make the solution, and then with the process of the heating, or the, you can say in other words, heating is the proper word, no other word there, right? And then with the due course, and when in a solution only the solid material is being in the bottom, and that we call extract. So the second is here aqueous. If the ingredient is the same under the formulations of the drug and I mean schedule first books of authoritative textbooks of the schedule first of the Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940, then if it is for a new indication, see, if it is the same Manjista quath and Manjista extract is prepared, and you are claiming Rakta Sodhak, then there is no need of safety study or the evidence of effectiveness. But the Manjista quath, and you are claiming a new indication which is not in the Ayurveda classics. For example, once again, if I have taken the word Manjista as example, then if you say Manjista is Medhya, perhaps it is not given in any classic. But if it is given, then such a good example which is not given. A new indication of the Manjista which is not quoted in any Nighantu, which is not quoted in any Ayurvedic pharmacopoeia of India. If you are getting license of that particular pharmacological properties of the Manjista, and you are preparing an aqueous extract, but that therapeutic effect is not quoted in anywhere in Ayurvedic literature, authoritative textbooks of the schedule first, then safety study is not required, because you have not changed and it is the aqueous extract. Then the published literature is not there because the new indication, it is not required, but the proof of effectiveness is required. It is same for the others also. If the classical indication, there is no need of safety study as well as the proof of effectiveness, and published literature, that is our classical books, may be submitted there. But if a new indication, then the proof of effectiveness is required. And now the question I shall come, which proof of effectiveness and what may be the criteria, that is mostly the GCP. Now come to the B part, that is the third column, hydroalcohol. Yes, I said hydroalcohol. So show here ingredients as per the text in the Sandhan Kalpana mostly. Then the indications as per the text, what has been quoted in the classics. Then safety study, certainly not required, because if it is the textual reference, once again the schedule first book, authoritative textbooks of Ayurveda. Then published literature, if required, if SLS say that okay, you show me, I have doubt, you show me the published literature, then the textual references are sufficient. And if the indication is not new, that of the hydroalcohol, then it is the not required, the new proof of effectiveness. Very simple thing is here. Suppose with the help of a single ingredient you are preparing an hydroalcoholic extract of Arjun or the Abhya, Ashwagandha, then Ashwagandha wrist is there, Arjuna wrist is there, Abhya wrist is there in the classical formulations. And if we are going to that, just convert the hydroalcoholic solution, which is our Sandhan product, and we are evaporating and getting a solid extract, and you have claimed that it is the gun of that particular product, then certainly there is no need of safety study because the ingredients are the same. Then there is no need of if the indication is same, then no need of the proof of effectiveness. But SLA may say you means the company which is applying for the license, that show the textual reference, and it is good. It is not for the making you sufferer. You means company, right? So there must be something like that. If required, if it is asked, then you have to submit it. Then come to the B again, B1, that is the hydroalcoholic. The same thing is coming. Ingredients as specified. It is a nude, as specified. It is not in the classics. Major change. Mind it, it's the major change. As specified. You have researched it out. You have one clue that okay, here the hydroalcoholic extract of Satauri is very helpful in the controlling of today is the World Mental Day, विश्व मानसिक दिवस. सो एग्जाम्पल भी वही आ रहा है. तो यू कैन से, मान लीजिए कि आपने कुछ ऐसा उससे एक्सट्रैक्ट कर लिया कि सतावरी उन्माद में बहुत अच्छी है. तो अब ये स्पेसिफाइड आपने किया है, शास्त्र ने नहीं किया है. और जब आप स्पेसिफाई कर रहे हैं अपनी नए रिसर्च से और उसका आप हाइड्रो एल्कोहलिक एक्सट्रैक्ट मार्केट में लाना चाहते हैं, कैप्सूल लाना चाहते हैं, देन यू हैव टू डू एवरीथिंग व्हाट इज़ रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द लाइसेंसिंग ऑफ ए न्यू मॉलिक्यूल. मीन्स देयर इज़ ए नीड ऑफ, yes, it is said here as specified ingredients, indications, new indication, then safety study required, right? Even for the plant, it is the hydroalcoholic extract, it is the plant only. Then published literature required, proof of effectiveness required. Now the question arises कि on which line you will generate the data of the proof of effectiveness. What may be the parameters there for the proof of effectiveness? And the parameters are very clear. That is as per the good clinical practices notified by the government agency. And the government agency related to the IUs which specified the good clinical practices is none other than the CCRS. About their guidelines, 3 guidelines: the clinical studies, safety profile, and the drug development. Here the GCP was once upon a time notified under the rule 170, but there was some discussion on this issue and it is withdrawn. And 170 is that particular rule. Whatever things has been notified there, it is withdrew later. So sometimes some numbers are like this. So the rule 170 is like this. But here the proof of effectiveness, the data may be generated only and only by following the good clinical practices. Now come to the last, other than the hydroalcoholic. Now here is a big relaxation. Here it is a very, here it is a very freeness given by the law given by the law to complete to invite the researchers. If you wish that it should be from the an extract prepared with any organic solvent, maybe benzene, maybe ethane, not ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol has been permitted, but ethylene or the other solvents, there may be even some extracts are being prepared with the CCl4. So all those extracts which are not from the aqueous or which are not from the alcoholic region or the hydroalcoholic, and but there is a separation of molecule through the extraction methods of all that, then if you see, then the ingredients as specified, because it is not classical, the company is proposing, and the indication is also not classical, company is proposing, and see here the safety study for these other solvents is very, very separate, and the different required all safety profile: acute, chronic, mutagenicity and teratogenicity. Acute, chronic, mutagenicity and the teratogenicity. If any medicinal plant of Ayurveda is, any extract is being prepared from the medicinal plants of Ayurveda apart from the hydro or the hydroalcohol, if any other extract is being prepared by any other organic solvents, you have to complete the toxicity studies, the acute, chronic, mutagenicity and teratogenicity. Of course, the experience or the evidence of effectiveness is required, and the proof of effectiveness is also required. So here it is very much clear that if anyone getting license, trying to get a license under the Aushadh Ghan Sattva, and extract is prepared by the any other organic solvent except the aqua or the hydroalcohol, here is a need of complete safety study. Once again I say, the safety study as per the guidelines of the CCRS as well as the clinical studies, and that is also with as per the guidelines of the CCRS of the Ministry of Ayush is required. See here, something is given in the special note that the standard protocol will also include concept of Anupan, Prakrit, Tridosh, published by the Central Research Council of Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani and other government research bodies. The standard protocol for which, see here, the standard protocol for the clinical studies, the standard protocol for the specifically for the clinical studies as per these publications are required. And for the new indications means which is other than the mentioned in the first scheduled books of the Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940. So this is about the fifth clause of the Rule 158B second regarding the SLA, regarding the state licensing authority. Whatever the papers are required to submit, and then the license will be issued. Now, a very important, that is the Rule 158C. It is about the, yes, go through your book, and it is the form of free sale certificate and non-conviction certificate. Form of free sale certificate and non-conviction certificate is mostly required when a company is willing to export its Ayurvedic medicine abroad, any continent of the world. Then somehow in some country, the regulatory authority where you are exporting or the importing country asks to the manufacturer, show a certificate from your government that your company is very fair. You have not been punished. There is no criminal case against the company. That is the no conviction certificate. And then one more certificate is required, that is the free sale certificate. Free sale certificate means कि that drug is not prohibited by any mean in India. वो दवा जो आप विदेश में भेजना चाह रहे हैं वो भारत में बैन नहीं है, क्योंकि बहुत सारे मॉलिक्यूल्स जो अभी आज इंडिया में बिक रहे हैं, भारत में बिक रहे हैं, वो बहुत सारे विकसित देशों में बैन है एलोपैथी के। तो उसी तर्ज पर यहाँ पर एक ही सर्टिफिकेट बना वो गवर्नमेंट चाहती है, जहाँ आप अपनी आयुर्वेदिक औषधियों को भेज रहे हैं कि हमें एक सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए आपकी सरकार से कि आप जो भी औषधि हमारे देश में भेज रहे हैं वो आपके देश में बैन नहीं है, वहाँ आपको इसको बेचने की अनुमति है। ठीक, मोटा मोटा। और दूसरी चीज़ कि आपकी कंपनी कभी भी किसी भी तरीके से किसी क्रिमिनल केस में, आपराधिक मुकदमे में नहीं फंसी है। तो देखिए अब फिर से अब इसको वर्ड बाय वर्ड पढ़ते हैं। द फॉर्म ऑफ फ्री सेल सर्टिफिकेट एंड नॉन कन्विक्शन सर्टिफिकेट, द स्टेट ड्रग कंट्रोलर ऑफ लाइसेंसिंग अथॉरिटी शैल ऑन रिक्वेस्ट बाय द Ayurveda Siddha Yunani drug manufacturer issue within 15 days from the date of publication free sale certificate in form 26E2 first. Then again I said that when we will cover up the rule 170, we are going through the rule 158. Then we will end by the rule 170. We will take a elaborative discussions on the different kinds of the form applicable to the Ayurveda medicines and noted down there into the schedule A. Right, form 24, form 25, form 26, form 47, form 48, 49, 50, more forms. But here I am just not touching that because it will be a very confusion here. So I shall take forms, schedules after the completion of the rule 170. But here just to make you understand that these forms will be issued, that is the form of free sale certificate and the non-conviction. This form 26E2 first for the original licensee and form 26E2 second is for the loan licensee, and this is for the free sale certificate. And the non-conviction certificate for both original and loan licensee holder in form 26E3 or in the format as specified by the importing country. याद करिए, I said in the beginning कि ये सब चीज़ें ज़रूरत है किसके लिए? जो देश आपके औषधियों को आयात कर रहा है, आप निर्यात कर रहे हैं। तो द इम्पोर्टिंग कंट्री और टेंडरर रेस्पेक्टिवली, या इंडिया में भी आपको कोई कह सकता है कि भाई दिखाइए आपकी कंपनी बहुत पाक साफ है। एंड आफ्टर फुलफिलमेंट ऑफ ऑल रिक्विजिट फॉर्मेलिटीज़ एज रिक्वायर्ड इन द रेस्पेक्टिव फॉर्मेट। ये लाइन जो है यहाँ पर, आफ्टर फुलफिलमेंट ऑफ ऑल रिक्वायर्ड फॉर्मेलिटीज़ एज रिक्वायर्ड इन द रेस्पेक्टिव फॉर्मेट। देखिए आपको याद होगा, आप अपने कॉलेज में भी जब एक बोनाफाइड सर्टिफिकेट लेने जाते हैं या करेक्टर सर्टिफिकेट लेने जाते हैं तो आपका ऑफिस का आदमी बोलता है कि एक एप्लीकेशन लिखिए। आप एक एप्लीकेशन लिखते हैं तब आपको सर्टिफिकेट इशू होता है। सेम थिंग इज़ हियर, देयर इज़ ए सेट फॉर्मेट and in that format only you will apply to the state licensing authority कि I this and this on behalf of company this and this is applying or am applying for the issuance of the no conviction certificate that my company is not facing any criminal case against the company in any court of law all over India. You will give an affidavit on the notary to the SLA, and on the basis of your notary or affidavit, the state licensing authority issue that no conviction certificate. Because it is very simple, the state licensing authority has no data. It is not the system where automatically if any company is being booked, it will be again a very larger discussion कि who will booking will be by the drug inspector to a company, whether drug inspector will report to the director of that particular state of the Ayurvedic services. Yes, he will report, but if he will report, whether that report is before the SLA state licensing authority for the suspension or for action, yes, it is there. But again the government want that whole responsibility should be on your onus, should be on you. So they will take a affidavit from the company that it is not convicted. Knowing, having every record So then company will tell you कि yes, company is lying. Then no conviction certificate will not be issued. So this no conviction certificate or free sale certificate is required for the companies mostly who are willing to export the Ayurvedic medicine abroad. So here is one explanation 929, that is for the purpose of this rule the applicant shall apply online and licensing authority shall issue such certificates online through portal e-Aushadhi as per the format provided into the said portal. So this is about the Aushadhi. And just continue with the rule 159, that is the cancellation and suspension of license. In which condition there will be cancellation or suspension. Yes, your book is open. Now go line by line. The first, the licensing authority may, after giving the licensee an opportunity to show cause within a period which shall not be less than 15 days from the date of receipt of such notices, why such an order should not be passed by an order in writing stating the reason therefore, cancel a license issued under this part or suspend it for such period as he thinks fit, either wholly or in respect of the sum of the drug to which it relates, if in his opinion, the licensee has failed to comply with any of the conditions of the license or with any provisions of the act or the rules made thereunder. Simple. I said it very oftenly. I said that in the language of the law, the comma, full stops are very, very important. And here too it is. So the cancellation and suspension of licensee, if an inspector is found that company is not good, not behaving properly, and the company is overruling the law under which the license were issued or making a drug which is injurious to the public health, they may issue, and that you have to, the company has to answer all that within 15 days. And if the authority is not satisfied, they may permanently cancel or in whole the license of the whole company or that particular product, and they may suspend it, and then the due course all the actions will be taken place. So this is the power given under the rule 159 of the drug rule 1945 to the SLA to cancel or suspend the license of the Ayurvedic medicine, Ayurvedic drugs to the producers. And the second, a licensee whose license has been suspended or cancelled may appeal to the state government within a period of 3 months from the date of receipt of the order, which shall, after considering this appeal, decide the same. See, very clear. If you are convicted into the district court, you may go to the high court. High court, then you may go to the not satisfied, then you could go to the Honorable Supreme Court. So in the same way, if the state licensing authority has cancelled or suspended the license of a company for making of the all drugs or a section of drug, then that company from the order of the date within the 3 months may apply to the state government. Now understand which authority of the state government. Because the state licensing authority is chaired by the director of the state. And here also the law is saying that you have to submit to the government. So where? For example, if you have to submit in the Gandhinagar or the Patna or the Lucknow, the directors are mostly if the director, see here the one point of the understanding. The state licensing authority may be chaired by only technical persons having the qualification of the BAMS. If the director of the state, for example, West Bengal or the Bihar, anyone, if the director is of the administrative services, IAS or the provincial services of particularly that state, he may not be chairman of the state licensing authority. यदि आपके यहाँ कहीं हो तो आप चैलेंज कर सकते हैं. PCS IAS ऑफिसर जो उस राज्य के हैं वो स्टेट लाइसेंसिंग अथॉरिटी के चेयरपर्सन नहीं हो सकते हैं. वो डायरेक्टर हो सकते हैं अपने राज्य की व्यवस्था के अनुरूप, लेकिन वो स्टेट लाइसेंसिंग अथॉरिटी के डायरेक्टर नहीं, स्टेट लाइसेंसिंग अथॉरिटी के चेयरमैन नहीं हो सकते। तो अब ये कहीं कहीं पर दो व्यक्ति हो सकते हैं, एक स्टेट लाइसेंसिंग अथॉरिटी का चेयरमैन जो है सीनियर मोस्ट टेक्निकल आदमी और उस स्टेट का राज्य सरकार की सेवा में, और डायरेक्टर में भी फ्रॉम द एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सर्विसेज। तो आप डायरेक्टर को रिपोर्ट करेंगे। अगर आपका SLA का चेयरमैन आपके लाइसेंस को कैंसिल किया है तो आप डायरेक्टर ऑफ द आयुर्वेदिक सर्विसेज को 3 महीने के अंदर अपील कर सकते हैं कि हमारा लाइसेंस गलत कारणों से रद्द किया गया है, या ये कह सकते हैं कि हमने सुधार लिया है, इसको पुनर्जीवित किया जाए। तो इन दिस कंडीशंस वन मे सबमिट इट। So the next we will discuss the rule 160 on the next Monday, and till that you go through and revise everything, and rule, that is the identification of the raw material, and it is basically for the standardization purpose. The rule 160 is very important, and it was introduced basically into the 2003, 2008, 2001, and the 16A, whenever the standardization process is in the continuum, amendments are met. So 158 is about the license, 157 is the manufacturing license, 158 license, 170 is broadly for the standardization. So on the next Monday we will start rule 160. Till that, revise everything and join us on the next Monday with the rule 160. Thank you. Namaste.